Hello everybody, good morning and welcome. I am coming on this morning to show you how to make this little card. And yeah, I know this kind of doesn't match, but I tried stamping it and the stamp was too small and it looked a little wonky, so I decided to cover it up. And I really didn't feel like rummaging through all my sentiments and whatnot, so yeah, it's not going to anybody anyways. I'm just trying to show you guys how to do this. And the thing about this card is, and I should have put a tab on it or something, but I didn't, but it moves down to reveal whatever sentiment or whatever you want to put up in this area. If you see it. So, see? It's a slider card. Now, I did create this card, and after I made it, I thought, oh, I wonder if it's something that I have seen before and just don't really remember. So I did a YouTube search and I didn't see anything that was made this way. So, yeah, I have seen slider cards using different elements and where a track is exposed, but this one isn't exposed and you don't see it. So anyways, I thought it was really neat. I made one for Trina's place for a challenge, and yeah, it was. I was actually really pleased with how it actually all worked out. So I've got this, and I fumble a little bit in the video, but you know, it's life. I just go with it. I don't stress about the crafty stuff too much. Anyways, I hope you guys like this tutorial, and I hope that somebody may be able to do it. I don't give a lot of sizes and measurements in this for the simple reason that I know everybody has different dies, different size dies, different tastes. But I did want to show you guys how to make it so you guys can create it on your own to your own specifications. So anyways, the other thing though, before I actually show you how to make this card, is I want to do a shout out for a new YouTube crafter. Her name is Suzanne Noko, and she is an amazing crafter. She's, she just does some beautiful stuff. And I first encountered her, I think sometime in July, I think. Crystal over at I'm Busy Crafting was doing a challenge, and ironically, it was Suzanne's first challenge entry as well as my first challenge. And not only was it her first time entering a challenge, she was the first entry. So I thought that was pretty brave to have it be your first time to send anything in, and to actually even be that first person to get your stuff in. So that was pretty wow. So if you guys have a second to go check her out, her name is Suzanne Noko, SUZANNENOCCO. And if you actually feel like being a little bit of a YouTube stalker, go check out I'm Busy Crafting's challenge that she did sometime in July, and look at Suzanne's stuff. Her work was just amazing and it blew me away. But anyways, let's get into this card, and we'll see how it goes. So that's my base, and then I have my matting layer somewhere here. Oh yeah, you can see it, sort of. So there's the matting layer, and then I'm gonna need the front piece and the back piece. and then my little sentiments. And I didn't stamp it or do anything. I'm just showing you guys how to do this because I really am crunched for time, but I wanted to get this done. So I'm going to set this one aside because I don't need that yet. And however many matting layers you do is up to you. I did one before that I think had 2 or 3. I'm not sure. So that's my matting layer. I don't need this piece yet, but I do want to figure out where I want to put my stuff. So you can do this stamped or die cut or however you want to do it. I did it this way. I'm not that great at stamping, but I am going to work on it and practice. And this one here, I am going to pretend is my sentiment or whatever. So I'm going to set that actually on the matted layer and see if this is actually going to work out. Maybe I want to turn it a little bit. So that's covered there, and if I move it down, that's covered. So that's where that's going to be. This is where this is going to be. So I'm setting them next to each other so I can see how far I actually need to move it. So the gap that it overlaps, that is my slicing area. So that is about 2 3/4 of an inch. So what I'm actually going to do, I forgot to tell you, we need brads, flat brads, as flat as you can get them. I didn't even pull them out yet. So I'm going to set that aside, and I'm just going to take it about an inch in. That's what I'm going to do. So about 1 inch in. And I'm just eyeballing it, but I'm going to want my slice to be somewhere around the middle. Two and 3/4. That looks good right there. And I'm going to do another one on the other side. There's that my mark for that inch in. I'm going to take my knife or blade and I'm going to cut these slits on it. And then once you make that cut, you're gonna take it in just a little bit, and you're gonna make another slice. So you're gonna actually take out this sliver. This will allow the brad to move a little bit easier. If you don't take out this sliver, it's a rough road. So I'm gonna pick my 2 brads. If you you can use whatever brads you want, but I recommend getting the tops of them as flat as possible. And I think I don't want to use these. These are really teeny tiny. Oh! Damn. Folks, magnets. Such a good thing to have on hand. And I will just deal with that later. Okay, so I got my brads. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slip it in through here. And you know what? I got big fat fingers. I'm going to use a magnet to help me maybe. Otherwise I fumble too much. So I just want to check and see that the brad is able to move freely. Yes. Down both sides. Okay. So because we're using little brads, we actually need a way to ensure that they are not going to slip out of this. So that's what we need the hole puncher for. Poke a hole in the middle. I'll put my brad in. All right. So I got these ones ready to go. Here we go. So I'm not, yeah, you can see I'm not all that great with stamping, but that's okay. I actually didn't take too much time with it. I have to go to a doctor's appointment, and I need to have this done before my kids get up, because once they're up, I'm not going to be able to do anything. They're going to be monopolizing pretty much the whole house with their online school stuff. And my son's not so bad. He picks a spot and he'll stay there. But my daughter, she is all over the place. She'll start at the table. She'll go to my crafting area. She's been in the bunny's den. Actually, I call it the bunny's lair, because yeah, she's got a feisty personality. So on this, I'm just gonna glue it all around the very edges. I'm not, you don't want to go in too far. If you take the glue in too far towards the center, that is not a good thing, because you're going to restrict the movement of those brads. But I am going to see how I do with just a little bit of glue in the middle. Okay, so I've got my pockets, and I'm going to want them in the up position. So if they are slid to the top, this is what it's going to look like when you have slid it down to the bottom. So I've made little indentations right now for where the brads were, and I'm just going to poke a hole. Okay, so I'm going to put the brad, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing, but I'm putting the brads through these holes. And fumbling a little bit. There we go. So I got the brads in the holes. And I'm going to fold them down. I'm not going to worry about pushing them too tight yet. Okay, so that's what I got. And now it slides. So I'm okay with that. So this is good. One other thing that I will do, because I want to make sure that these aren't going to actually poke through the card base, is glue a little circle behind it. Oh, come on, you're kidding me. Oh, I have to take care of that. It's okay. Hello, son. I just got caught. That. Slide it down. Put my butterfly on. So that you can stamp up here or wherever you want and make your sentiments and whatnot, but I'm just doing this because I'm not giving this to anybody. I just wanted to show you guys how to do it. What time do you need to check in for school today? You said, huh?
8 to 9.
8 to 9? Okay. So you don't have to do 0 period. Mr. Snyder is just going to...
8 to 9.
Oh, he's going 8 to 9?
Yeah.
Oh, did they shorten your other stuff, or are you guys having a longer schedule period then?
I don't know. probably shorten it 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So they're not letting you have your short day.
This is my short day.
I know, but if you have to go, if they've adjusted all of your schedules to a slightly later time.
But shorter.
Well, let's see.